doing this with no real topic, but just with the desire, you could say, to just express myself to the world. I don't really know what I'm gonna say, but let's just begin. So, 2 years ago, let's say during COVID, I said I wanted to learn the piano. And I just began the journey because okay, let me start over. Okay. Originally, I'm Nigerian, but I was born in London to obviously to my mom. My mom, I was born in London. I'm messing up. Fuck it. Let's scratch. My name is Shayo. And I think my purpose in life is to be the best I can be and be all I can be, and to help people and bring joy to the people, not that just close to me, but to the whole world. I believe that's my purpose. I'm a Nigerian. I'm Nigerian. I was born in England, and ever since I was a kid, all the influences that have been making me who I am today are the things that draw me so much towards art. My mother is a musician, and she used to hustle so much while we were in London, and then my dad too, he's an artist, and so he was living in Nigeria and coming to see me in London for 6 months on and off. So I used to be in Nigeria. I was in Nigeria for an extended period whenever I was very young too. And then I moved here to the US. I'm in the US right now in a secluded place. I got like my own place to come and focus on myself, let's say, and focus and hone my craft. But I'll get more into that later. But we moved here to this country when I was 9, 10. And I grew up here, and being in such a Nigerian household and having such a culturally and artistically diverse household and society has honed the person I am today. So basically, let's just start with my origins of music. When I was in London, I used to be going around with my mom all the time. She always had shows, and I used to always see her and do all this type of stuff. And I used to have a teacher, a piano teacher, and I started learning a little bit when I was very small. And I stopped playing because I think I didn't want to do it because I felt like I would have to play in church. I don't know why, but I just didn't want to do it. So I just stopped. So then when we came to America, I just went through the motions of being this type of person, a new person, it kind of had to conform a little bit to society, but always inside of me, there was just always this yearning towards wanting to expand and make others happy. Like ever since I was young, I've always just had that inclination towards just wanting to make others happy. And then going home, you have a Nigerian mother and you have a Nigerian family that's very close knit. My family, I have an extended family, and I have the luxury of just, being very close with everybody around me and being very intertwined with the Nigerian culture and speaking Yoruba. I speak Yoruba, listening to Yoruba every day, listening to these different things. Also having my cousin in London, being there. Regardless, so let's say 2 years ago, when COVID started, I told myself, I don't know why, but I just wanted to learn the piano. So I started learning the piano, and I said I had to do it for 30 days because I just knew that I just probably wouldn't do it unless I set myself a set discipline. But the thing about it is, you can have a set discipline with many things and then just still stop it because, whatever you want to do is what you want to do. But I just told myself I'm going to do it for 30 days. And I remember when I started, it was annoying. I was doing annoying drills, little things to try and get better, but I just was watching Game of Thrones. Actually, I was watching Game of Thrones. I just do, drills. My grandparents came to live with me, so my grandparents and their influence, and just seeing the art of culture. Culture is really just art. Just being there and being exposed to all that. Just being exposed to that during the time we all had to stay in the house. I taught myself piano in a very short time span, and I felt like when I started playing, I started feeling like the piano was calling to me. Like, this is you. The melodies that I would create. I don't think anybody else could learn the piano as fast as I did in order to create the type of melodies I was creating. But there was just always this barrier over me. I don't know, I never was releasing it. That's part of the reason why I'm here right now, is to talk to you guys, or whoever is listening, or whoever is going to see this. It's just really for me, because I want to make a vow to myself today, to live life entirely free. And I think I will. I think I understand now what it really means to be a human, and just to live entirely free. I feel that everybody has inclination towards certain things, and everybody has a desire, and the desire started, but you have to actually experiment a lot to see what your thing is. So I started making music, not really making music, but just playing my piano every day. I started getting into it, and I believe I found my true self. But that's just where the journey began. So I started recording, and I started doing this thing called no genre or whatever. But I never really knew where I wanted to go because of the different cultures I've been living in, the different places I've lived, the different people I know, the different languages I know. I'm trying to figure out, okay, how do I want to go about this? How am I gonna? What is music? I just want to make music, you know what I mean? But people always gonna put you in a box, and you have to figure out what you're gonna do. And plus, I'm in school during this time, and I'm doing engineering, so it's trying what you're doing. So I came out, with my first song, whatever. I see the whole process of how that goes. I did my first music video, and people say it's good, but it's nothing at all what I wanted to do. So I have to take a step back. And these past 2 years, I've been just honing my craft. I have hundreds of songs, or at least hundreds plus songs in my laptop. I've just been recording, and I've been getting better. And then my mom bought me my guitar, Delilah, that's what I call it. And my piano. This is not my original piano. My original piano is in my house, in Houston, with my family. That's my best friend. I don't want to let go of that piano ever. And these two instruments have exposed the inner side of me. I have many sides to me. I feel like I have many personas. You guys just listening to me right now, as you probably judging me. I don't know what you guys are doing, or whoever is watching this. Maybe nobody will ever see this, but this is for me. But the dreams that I have that are kept in my mind, I'm making a vow that I'll at least attempt, because I realize there's a thing about life where there's a lot of people that are talented, a lot of people that can do things, but they don't understand that life is very fast. And I believe the youth, we don't understand that the way, how time works, it's always moving. So these dynamic ideas that we have, if we don't learn to do, we'll just continue to just think. And, I don't think that's good. So I want to start doing, and I want to start showing, and I want to start exposing the things that are in my mind, because I want to live life free. And when I die, I want to be happy about knowing that I tried the most I could. And just moving forward, I know, if somebody else sees this too and understands what I mean when I say you allow too much of outside suggestion to dull your shine, I'm a victim of that. I'm thinking too much about how my art will be taken. I'm thinking too much about these different aspects. instead of just being a creator in the aspect of God created us in His image, and we are also creators. When I make a song, I feel like a creator. I've created a new type of thing. But just moving forward today, that's all I really want to talk about. And then I just wanted to also talk about the power of discipline and just, learning to, or just having the humility to understand that your mind will play tricks on you, to a certain extent. But once you start applying discipline, you start exposing different aspects of yourself that you never knew. If I didn't discipline about myself to playing the piano, I never would have understood and seen the things that I can do. So just get over that aspect of just discipline, and I feel like the world will open up itself to you. And then I also have somebody that was talking, like, I'll call him Dr. Ra. He's a very wise guy. He's a very wise guy. He was talking to me about the power of doing and what doing is. Let me do this. What doing is. We are energy. We are our energy. And the more you put out, the more energy you're putting in the world, the amount of power we have as human beings is immense. Let's just say immense. We can do a lot of things. And I'm starting to really understand that. But you gotta get over the stigma of what the world has created. You can create a certain, I'm not done it entirely yet, but I see how it works. When they say, think about the society that you live in. When I go to Nigeria and I see this is how the society is there. When I go to London and I see how the society is there, I see that how your world can be created from things that you hear and see and do every day. It's a different world. It's entirely a different world. The things that you say are entirely, they create a certain type of world. So if you want to develop your own world, you're going to have to learn to trust yourself and your intuition and your godly ability and your God sense and your intuition, basically your intuition, and see how powerful it is and use that to move forward. What you got to do. And I'm telling myself this right now. I got to do a lot. We could think our ways into a lot of things. I've made a lot of songs. But now I gotta push myself to expand myself. It's gonna really be another just movement of just discipline again. But this is for my future self to look back and be like, this was the day that Shayo said that he was gonna be with the greats. I've actually met a lot of great people already, I've done pretty good. I could probably live a chill life right now, from now, with money and everything, but the calling is just too much. I can't take it. It's actually the desires is becoming too, I don't know how to explain it. It's burning. The desire is burning within me because I believe that I have certain talents that need to be shown to the world. And in order for me to do that, I need to believe in Shayo, And you need to believe in yourself, whoever's talking to this. I love Kanye West. I love these big artists. And I realize every single one of them have a certain level of confidence in themselves and in their intuition. I can't lie. I can't kill myself. But yeah, that's all I have to say today. And this is just a promise to myself. And I want you to make a promise with me, too, that you will become the best version of yourself. And to go hard and to believe in yourself and your intuition and to learn to discipline yourself so that you can create the world that you want, because there's a lot of people that I want to provide for. There's a lot of people that I want to make happy. There's a lot of people who are not in as good a position as me or don't know the things that I do that are working harder than me. When I go to Nigeria, there's so many people that are in Nigeria right now, even my family, that just, if they had a different opportunity or if they had somebody that can help them, they would be in a better position. And I think about that. I think about my future. I think about the type of guy I want to be. I also think about how I don't want to regret in the future. So I'm making this video for myself and for you, but it's really for me, just to keep myself you know, I just want to make a promise to myself right now that I'm gonna do this. You know, I'm gonna do this. These are just my two friends. This is my two buddies, and follow me on this journey. And this is for my future son too. Maybe you could watch this in the future, man. Like, and see how your dad is at this age. You know what I mean? You're probably gonna be a live ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're probably gonna be live fuck, but you need to see your daddy kind of live too. You know what I mean? But hey, let's go on this journey. Don't dog.